Harneet Kaur, student number s4059119, and here is my student card.
My name is Nihal Reddy. This is my student card s4066394. This is question 4. We are given a story card event log capture from a live network, client network. We're acting as the senior cybersecurity analyst performing proactive threat hunting. Our aim is to identify whether threats exist in the client network, especially database-related attacks.
The written report contains the full step-by-step screenshots and explanations. In this video, we are demonstrating the same investigation flow and focusing on the strongest evidence that proves the database attack story.
Well, on the screen, we can see that this verifies the investigation environment. The output shows the output confirms that the JQ is available for JSON processing and Suricata is installed on Kali Linux. This is important because the question requires us to install Suricata and it recommends JQ for processing the Suricata EVE JSON log. The file command confirms that the downloaded file is a new line delimited JSON text data, which is the expected format for the Suricata EVE log. The JQ empty command also confirms that the file is valid and not corrupted. So at this point, both the tools and the evidence file are ready for proactive threat hunting.
This set starts the actual SOC investigation. The event type count shows 100,000 alert events, which means the file is already focused on IDS alert data. The sample alert output shows the key fields used in the investigation, such as timestamp, source IP, destination port, protocol, alert signature, and severity. The alert signature frequencies where the hidden story starts to appear. The major database-related alerts include Redis config command abuse, MongoDB credential guessing, possible Nmap scan, and a MongoDB port 27017 scan, and suspicious large data transfer from DB. These alerts connect into a possible database attack lifecycle. Nmap scanning suggests reconnaissance. MongoDB port scanning suggests database discovery. MongoDB credential guessing suggests unauthorized access attempts, and Redis config abuse suggests exploitation or misuse, and suspicious database transfer may indicate possible data movement. The severity count also shows 35,071 alerts, which makes a high priority activity and supports deeper investigation.
Based on the alert signature and severity pattern, our hypothesis is that the Suricata log contains a database-focused attack campaign against the My Dream company's internal client network. The suspected flow is reconnaissance using Nmap, MongoDB discovery on port 27017, MongoDB credential guessing, Redis config command, abuse on the port 63979, and possible database transfer. The next part of the investigation validates this hypothesis using source IPs, target hosts, database ports, database-only filtering, correlation, and timeline evidence.
To validate the hypothesis, we first check the full log. The destination IP output shows that the alerts are concentrated on 3 internal systems: 10.0.5.50, 10.0.5.30, 10.0.5.20. This shows that the suspicious activity is focused on selected internal hosts instead of being randomly distributed to the network. The destination port output shows high activity on 67944327017 and 80. For our database hypothesis, ports 6792 and 27017 are the most important because they match Redis and MongoDB. The source IP output shows 3 high-volume external resources. One is 203.0.113.42, 185.22.1.5, and 95.161.220.10. At this stage, all 3 are suspicious in the wider alert dataset. The next step is to filter only database-related alerts so that we can validate the database attack story more precisely.
Well, here we narrowed the investigation to database-related evidence. We created the database alerts.json by filtering Redis, MongoDB, DB, and the database transfer-related signatures. This is important and crucial because it removes unrelated web policy and information alerts and focuses directly on the database hypothesis. The database-only signature count confirms 60,000 database-related event alerts. These include 30,000 Redis config abuse alerts, 20,000 MongoDB credential guessing alerts, 5,000 MongoDB scan alerts, and 5,000 suspicious large database transfer alerts. After filtering only database alerts, the confirmed database-related source IPs are 203.0.113.42 and 185.22.1.5. The confirmed database targets are 10.0.5.30 and 10.0.5.20, and the database ports are 66379 and 27017. This gives a much clearer database attack picture than a full log view.
This is the strongest validation step because it connects source IP, destination port, and alert signature into clear attack paths. The first path shows 203.0.113.42 targeting 10.0.5.30 on Redis port 669 producing 30,000 Redis config command abuse alerts. This indicates a Redis-focused exploitation or configuration abuse attempt.
The second part shows 185.22.1.5 targeting 10.0.5.20 on MongoDB port 27017. This path includes MongoDB port scanning, 20,000 MongoDB credential guessing alerts, and suspicious large database transfer alerts. This is the main story in the file. One external source is targeting Redis and another is targeting the MongoDB. The MongoDB path looks staged because it includes discovery, credential guessing, and possible data transfer. This confirms that the alert form a connected database attack story rather than isolated detections.
This set validates the timeline. The database-related activity begins around 2025 512 T16 and continues until around 2025 519 T06. Many hourly groups show around 600 database-related alerts with some partial hours showing 400. From a SOC perspective, this is significant because it shows sustained activity across several days, not one-time scan. And when combined with MongoDB scanning, MongoDB credential guessing, Redis config abuse, and suspicious database transfer, the timeline supports the interpretation of an ongoing automated database-focused attack campaign.
Well, based on the evidence, we would raise a security incident. The attack activities database-related, repeated, high volume, and direct to that specific internal database services. The full log had 3 suspicious high-volume IPs, which are 203.0.113.42, 185.22.1.5, and the third IP is 95.161.220.10. This should be still reviewed as a wider suspicious activity.
Although Suricata alone cannot prove successful compromise or confirm data theft, but the combination of MongoDB scanning, credential guessing, Redis config abuse, suspicious database transfer, and sustained activity is strong enough to escalate for incident response. Recommended actions include reviewing or blocking the confirmed attacker IPs, monitoring 95.161.220.10, checking MongoDB and Redis logs, reviewing firewall exposure for ports 27017 and 6379, preserving the Suricata evidence, and creating directions for repeated database attacks. Thank you.
Thank you.